So I'm here with Ian Jensen. Fantastic day today for you guys. You're new onto the boat, but yet again another victory for Seven. What's it like sailing with these guys?
You can see why they're world champions. They've really got their stuff together. You know, like their crew work and boat speed is right up there, and we just had a clean start and tried to avoid any incidents. And I think all they needed today was the top 9 to secure it. So it's a good race.
Well, walk and talk. Keep going. So it felt today, Ian, that. Today, the first part of that first beat, you were under some pressure from the other boats. Solo Fisher, I think, led you for quite a lot of it. And then all of a sudden, you seemed to find your gear, an extra gear. What actually was going on there?
Thurlow won the pin and managed to attack and cross going into that point there. And they sailed a really good beat. We just managed to get a few good lanes up the top of the work, and we just managed to sneak past them before the top. But down the run, we might have come in a little bit too much into that bay, and they managed to get around us by the bottom mark as well. So it was a good race the whole way around. Now,
talking about the bottom mark, luckily we had our cameras rolling down there, and we saw you go for took a little taster of Sydney Harbour.
Yeah, had a little bit of a swim. I missed my hook and fell in the water, and was lucky enough that the boys were onto it and got a bit of windward heel on so I could grab the back of the wing. But yeah, a bit embarrassing, to be honest.
Now, we'll come back to that in a second. We've got a special prize for you. But just last comment for you in terms of this boat, which has dominated this competitive fleet. You're the 49er current world champion, and you're one of the favourites for a gold medal. So you know a bit about sailing these kind of high-performance boats. Just in a sentence or two, what is it that right now is making Seven the class act of this field? I'm
not sure, to be honest. They seem to have a little bit of a speed edge, but I don't think that's the difference. I think their tacks and jives, and they're quite good at all their decision making and staying clean. From what I've seen, they're just sailing very well.
Well, thank you for that insight. Now, that bottom mark, you went for a little swim. It's not often we see sailors doing that, not the ones at the front of the fleet anyway, but we got a special prize for that. Bob?
Yeah, Ryan, you might have missed your hook, mate, but you got the book. You got a copy of A Galloping Ghost. That's what have we got? 1890 to 1965. It's all about the history of these boats. The history actually stops probably 20 years before you were born. but have that. I'm sure it'll live very nicely in your house or your flat, wherever you are, and pick it up and have a read. You'll learn some stuff.
Well, Ian, congratulations today, and good luck going forwards to the Olympics in London.
Cheers. Thanks.
Just behind the leader, gotta love it, he's on approach and he's overlaid this buoy quite significantly, which has allowed Michael Coxon can lay as well, and Sevy's trying to get down and gas him out of it.
Yeah, he's doing his best. A lot of right to left tide, isn't there? So they're both going to lay. Seven's going to lay for sure. I don't think he can really stop Thurlow Fisher laying, but he can try and slow them down. Good breeze. Everyone's out here. Oh, look out for these Seaway now. This is going to be interesting. This is Sea-Tech not calling us out of the way, trying to get the other pleasure boats in front of them out of their way. They're right on their line, and now they're hitting some big rough stuff. We've seen boats capsize. We've seen Seven actually last year capsize in the wash right here, Bob. You're right. It's really lumpy right here, and look at the pleasure boats right here in front of us. This is where it happens. Very deep. Sea-Tech giving it everything they can up front. Seven surviving that little moment.
So we just got Rag and Famish dead in front of us here. This boat is upside down, and the thing that's missing from the bottom of that boat, and it's in Kennedy's hand, is the dagger board, Mark. There must have been a lot of pressure on that. They were probably driving it that hard and just sheared it off. Just come across Marcus Ashley Jones, just waved us over. What's going on, fellas? Another broken centreboard.
So Rag and Famish have also broken the centreboard. There's a bit of an outbreak today. There must be some woodworm getting out in Double Bay.
Come up behind second on the racetrack. Michael Coxon's guys on the Thurlow, and we just thought to give you a comparison. Mark will talk about this mainsail, but I can tell it looks a bit different.
Yeah, it's a little different setup. You can see there's actually a bit more twist, and you have the boom more up to the centre line. A bit more twist, that means less kicker. It's a different setup, but also there's more fullness in the bottom of the sail. You can see a small bit of return on the foot and a bit of return at that first batten, so that means there's more depth all the way through the sail. That means they're running a slightly straighter mast or a slight luff curve change versus Seven, but it's a very different mainsail. Jib-wise, they're actually sailing with a flatter jib, so it's a whole different deal. Flatter jib, more fuller mainsail, the opposite way around to Seven, and sometimes it's just a different style of sailing as well. Neither's necessarily right or wrong, unless one boat, of course, consistently finishes ahead. That is Seven this week, so you'd have to say that Seven's setup is therefore a better one.
Beautiful little bit of pressure and never headed. Go you good thing, the Lumix. Gonna get third today.